Hi guys, good morning and good to have you all back. It's a fantastic morning here in the Netherlands. I've missed you guys. Yes, because I have not been filming for a while now. Well, at least not a crafty video. And I'm ready. Look at my mat. Yes, I'm in serious business. I'm in serious business today. So it's been a while. Unless you were here yesterday, during the live. Yeah, we did a live yesterday. Me and Tony. It was so much fun. It's 2 hours of laughter. It's just amazing. Now, if you want to watch the replay, you can watch it again, lovies. It is go to my homepage. Yes, then you'll see shorts. I'm not making shorts. Videos, posts, and lives. It is on the live, so it will not be in the normal feed. So go watch it. It's so much fun, so much information as well. But for today, crafting again. I cannot wait, lovies. Also, welcome to June. It's June 2nd. It is time for new digital kit, right? Yes, I've made you one. So I have an amazing digital kit and freebie. Of course, there's a freebie. And then I'm going to do a project, not a little project. No, it's going to be it's actually going to be an experiment. But more of that later. Let me first show you the digital kit. The new kit, Antique Entomology. I just needed something with moths and butterflies. I was trying to do creepy crawlies, but I know that most of you don't like them. So there's no creepy crawlies in here, so it's safe. It's quite safe. Okay, Antique Entomology. It's 25 pages. Yeah, it's a lot. And then there's also a 5-page freebie. Now, this is the cover page. I just love it. Yeah, it's grungy and leather, and it's not cutesy. This one, even though it has butterflies, it's not really cutesy. No, it's more a little bit cutesy grungy. I can already hear you. It's a big page. What do you do with it? Well, I just loved it. I'll probably just cut this out, I never use a page what it's meant for. I just want to be inspired by. But what you can do, loves, if you want to use it as a cover, print it to 2-page. Yes, then you have 2 of these. Okay, so first page. But if you want to have a cover, I have one for you. There you go. It's just fantastic. I absolutely love it. A big spine. Yes, says Antique Entomology. If you want to use this cover for something else, just cover it up with another label, right? So no butterflies or whatever on here. It has scratches and yeah, lovely and grungy. So another cover. And then if you want it more like cutesy, florally, with the butterflies, another one. So you can make 2 types of journals with this. One more lovely and cutesy and one more really grungy. You're right? Yes, another spine. I love my spines. I'm sorry. Okay, so then the pages. Ledger, moss. Now this is sort of the color scheme that I'm going with. Muted. Everything is a little bit muted. So no bright colors. It's just like hazy, cute. Because it's antique, love. Well, sometimes antique can be really colorful as well. With all the lovely moths on them. Yes, you can do some fussy cutting, but you don't have to. Well, I'm gonna show you later. So lovely spine again. Fold it in, have it as a page. Yeah, it's just cute. And then this one might be my favorite. I absolutely love it. I would print this 2 times and make this into another sort of pocket. It's just cute. Big ones, moss on there, and then lovely greenery and some grungy goodness. Yes. And another one. I just love the idea that they're like stacked. If I stamp some of these, I mostly do them stacked because I just love them. And then some greenery as well. So it's not creepy. No, it's actually cutesy with a little bit of grunge. Another one. Look at the colors. I absolutely love the colors. And I love the corners. There's some sort of hardware here, but you can add your own hardware, some stamps. And then this one. Lovely little cards. Yeah, you can cut them out as cards. You can make it into a page. You can even make sort of a trifold because you can fold here and most likely here. So a page that you can do all sorts with. Now, cut it up in pieces. Make it into text. It's sort of a collage page. You can do whatever. Yes. Just look at it in pieces, loves. Tag, 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 tag. Journal card. Yeah. Another one. Yes, another one. I really love the grid. So if you're a real journal and you use this as a page, you could use this space for a little bit of journaling if you want to. Envelopes. Look at the big butterflies on it. Envelopes. Print them out twice. Yes. And then cut this as the flap. So I'll probably do this at one point. Yeah. Really cool. Make them into pockets or what have you. Lovely little labels. Now I made them big. Why did I make them big? Because you can make, if you print this out, you can make it smaller, but it's very hard to make it bigger. If you want these smaller, print them to 2-page. Then you have the smaller labels. If you want them tiny, print them for 2-page. Now, loves, I know some of you don't know how this works. I honestly cannot show you. That'll be difficult because you might be working with another printing program than I do. Yes, but just Google it. Just put in Google how to print to 2-page, and it will probably ask you the type of computer that you're working with, either Mac or Windows PC, or what type of printer you have. I don't know. But there's an option to print to 2-page, which would mean you have 2 of these. Yes. This is your page. Then this shrinks down to this. And then you have another one. So you have them double the size. Yeah? Does it make any sense? Hoping it does. Bookmarks or tall skinny pockets or just lovely cards. I really like the idea of florals as well because, you know, it is spring. So this is more for spring. It's almost summer. Summer's almost here, right? Yeah. And then tiny little labels. The tiny little tags, aren't these cute? Yes. And grungy. Grungy and cutesy. Cute, right? I love it. I love the muted colors. And then I made you a fussy cut page. Isn't it cool? Again, loves. Big ones. I really like that they're big. If you want them smaller, print them smaller. They're sort of creepy. Not really. I tried not to make them this creepy. So, okay. Then we switch to a sort of new vibe. Well, a different vibe, yeah? Because I made some beautiful background pages and I want to incorporate it with the kids. So these are more minimalist, not less busy. But I really love the colors. A little bit of the grunge, a little bit of decorating as well. This one has the spine in so that you can use it actually as journal pages. And that'll look awesome. Or on a spine or on the inside of a journal. You can also cut these out or... Yeah, and then this one with the leather at the ends. I love these colors. It's a little bit grungy and yeah, really cool. And then the real background pages. Very simple, minimalistic, but they go really well with the kids. Now, I did this on purpose, guys. I absolutely love these. And you can use this in any other journal that you're making. If you're making another botanical journal, this will be just fantastic. Lines, you can do some writing, and it's also perfect for either decorating. Yes, put on a big one of the big envelopes or cards or what have you, or as backing pages. And I'm going to show you later for another page. Yes, if you're going to do journal pages, print these on the back. Yeah, so I have this one. This is the most simple one, and then this one again with the tags. I just love them. Aren't these lovely? I love the other colors. And then this one with the lovely butterflies with some lines. Did I? What? 1, 2, 3. I thought I had another one. Oh yes, here it is. The other one. Yes, I thought I had 4. I was like, where's the 4th? Yes. There you go. So lovely. Then in this style, also made envelopes. A little bit more clean, minimalistic, and I just love them. Yeah, and then some lovely tags or bits and bobs, odds and ends, small little metal label. You do some writing, put in eyelets. Yes, fussy cutting, because why not? Why not? And another one with a lovely cards. I love the greens on here. It's just really cutesy. Again, if you want to print them to 2-page. Do you want labels? There you go. Okay. You can have this as a page in a journal. Yes. So I did not remove the background. And it would look awesome. Page in journal, do some journaling, and then add some butterflies or do whatever. It'll look awesome. But also take out your scissors and cut them into labels. Right? Yeah, really cool. So 25 pages of the big kit. I think it's very versatile. You can do whatever with them. You can use them for, why are you upside down? Antique Entomology. Or, well, use them for another botanical journal or what have you. So they're very neutral-ish. Then, the Freebie. Oh my gosh, guys. If you cannot afford digitals, the Freebie will suffice. Honestly, it's fantastic. Another beautiful cover. Yes, you can do a little bit more decorating. You could also have this just on the inside of your journal, loves. No worries. Then this one with the butterflies and the ledger and a little bit of the grunge. Just cutesy. Now this one does not have a page for fuzzy cutting, but hey, fuzzy cutting. You can do all sorts of fuzzy cutting. One of my favorite pages. It's so cool. It's like a leather journal type of what have you. Have it as just a normal page. Print them smaller, make them into cards, do some fuzzy cutting. Add real hardware to it. That'll be fantastic. You don't have any poster stamps? There you go. Isn't that cute? Again, use it as a page, but also cut it up into, well, poster stamps. You want to do some fuzzy cutting? There you go. There you go. Yeah? Want them smaller? Print them smaller. And then this one, another sort of lovely layout page, scrapbook page, or what have you. You can do a little bit of writing, or do whatever you want with them. Yeah. So 5-page freebie. It is on my Kofi, lovies. Now, if you've never ordered on Kofi, you don't know how Kofi works, I will give you a small little quick tutorial. If you know how it works, just skip to the next part. But let me tell you about Kofi. So quick tutorial on Kofi, not a big tutorial. If you've never used Kofi, you need to make an account there. It doesn't cost a thing, guys. They don't bother you. They won't use your personal information. They just need to know who you are and an email address. Yes? Then you log in on Kofi. Very important. Log in. They need to know who you are and who's downloading. All my kits are linked in the description box. Yes? Below. Description box. Click on the link. It will automatically direct you to one of these. My shop is full, loves. I have loads. Start with a freebie. Now, here's where it gets a little bit confusing. You want to download the freebie. You click on it and it says fill in amount because you will get a payment screen. Why does it say fill in amount? Kofi is a donation website. Yes, it's like buy me a coffee, a virtual coffee. So you can actually support the channel by filling in $1 or $2 or how many dollars that you want. But you can also fill in 0. 0 means free. Yeah, so just fill in 0 if it's the first time that you're doing this. Fill in 0 and then it will start to process your payment. Now here's where most of you who have some problems go wrong. They close the browser and then go to the mailbox. Don't do this because they're not sent to your mailbox. It's not Etsy, loves. This is Kofi. Just stay on there. It will process your payment, even though it's $0, yes. And then you'll get a pop-up screen that says download files. Click on it, download files. Yes. What if you accidentally did close the browser? Go back to your Kofi, log in. Yes, there you go. Then on your left-hand side, you have something that says payments and orders or orders and payments. Click on it. Voila, it's there. Yeah. Try it out with your freebie. If it goes wrong, it didn't cost you a thing. Yes, and then try it again until you get the hang of it. Okay, and then when it works, you go to the big kit. The big kit has an amount. Yes, it is the price of the kit. You can change it. Unfortunately for you, you cannot change it to a lower price. You can only change it to a higher price. So if you want to leave a tip or support the channel, you can fill in another amount if you want to. And that works the same, almost exactly the same. 5 files. You will get your pop-up download screen. 5 files easily. 25 files, not easily. Scroll. Yes, but there's probably also a button that says download all. Unless you're doing this on your phone, loves, don't download all of this on your phone. These are big files. Yeah, just go to your laptop or your computer or what have you and download it there, because then you have the option to download them all at once. If you do this on your phone, you have to go back and download one at a time. That's a hassle. So don't do this. Now for payments, PayPal. It's mainly just PayPal. I know some of you can pay with Ideal, some of you can pay with credit cards, but most of the time that doesn't work. If you have tried it, loves, your bank will automatically redeposit what you have paid. Yeah? I'm not sending you back the money. Your bank is sending you back the money. So it is PayPal only. It's PayPal only. Fantastic. Okay. So do not wait at your mailbox for me to send you the digitals. I am not sending you the digitals. If you've accidentally paid in another method and it doesn't work, it will pay it. I am not going to pay it back. Your bank will pay it back. Right? Okay. If you have any more questions, you can do something on, leave me a message on Kofi. But I don't look daily on my Kofi. You can send me an email. My email is 7plaza.yt@gmail.com. It's in my information on my homepage, right? Okay, so give it a go. Start Freebie and then this. So that was a quick tutorial. Hope this helps. Also, another frequently, well, not even frequently, because most of you already know how this works. I design on A4. I used to design on A4 and US letter size. That is way too much work. I simply cannot anymore, lovies. I design on A4. It will print beautifully on US letter size. It's a little bit different in size then. There's only one rule. There's only one rule. Do not print it borderless. If you print it borderless, then you will lose a little bit of the design. Yes. Same happens the other way around. If I can only print on A4. If I download US letter size digital and I print it out borderless, I will lose a little bit of the design. So the only restriction is no printing borderless. That's the only restriction. Also, I am very sorry I have to say this, lovies. I am not your IT help desk. If you have trouble with printing, I cannot help you. I am not at your computer. I do not know what computer you're using. I do not know what printer you're using. Yes? The only thing I can tell you is Google it. That's the only thing. So if you have some problem with printing or whatever, just Google it. Yeah, I cannot help you out here. Okay, fantastic. But now for a lovely project. So for the project, I have seen this on Instagram a couple of times. I was so intrigued. This is a new type of binding. I had never seen it. It's new to me. And I've been looking at it and thinking about it. And I think there are so many variations, so many options where you can use this. Okay, first of all, it is a no-sew binding. I do not like my sewing machine, so you don't need a needle or thread. It is an almost no glue binding. What? Just a little bit of glue. Just a tiny bit of glue. And it's also a binding where you can take out the pages of your journal, of your little book that we're making. You can take them out, put them back in, as you would using like an elastic binding. Yeah, but it's not an elastic binding. No, it's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to try to explain how this works. Let me first show you the supplies that I'm using for today's project. For the papers, of course I'm using the kit, lovies. If you don't do digitals, you can use scrapbook paper, design paper, any paper that you want. Now, I've taken out 4 pages and I printed them double-sided. So, lovely and then neutral. Yeah, I'm also going to use some for the cover, but I have not decided which ones yet. Then you're going to need either a piece of scrapbook paper or a strip of cardstock. Yeah. Now I'm going to use scrapbook paper, but you can also just use cardstock. These are 2 scrappies, two pages that I have left in a pack. So I'm going to use one of those. I am just going to need a strip that is at least 12 inches. Yeah? And I'm probably going to make mine 4 by 12 inches. That's most likely the size that I'm using. So you need a strip of cardstock or scrapbook paper 4 by 12 inches. Now, I am going to repurpose, look at all the glue, the backings of this for a cover. Yes, I want my cover to be a little bit sturdier, so I'm going to use this as a cover. Well, it's going to be on the inside because we're going to cover it up with lovely stuff. So, beautiful papers that you want to use on the inside. Not thin paper, loves. No newspaper paper or tissue paper or what have you. If you do print it out, try to print it on heavy paper. This is printed on 200 grams. I do not know the pounds, lovies. Again, Google. But don't print it on copy paper. I think it will work better if it's a little bit sturdier. Yeah? Okay, so for papers. Now, for the... Oh my gosh, it's been a while, right? For the tools, ruler, knife, glue, scissors. Yes, I have a scoreboard. Oh my gosh, are we going to do measuring? Yeah, but not a lot, guys. It's going to be really, really easy. I'm going to use some hardware. The hardware is mainly for the decorating, yes? For the project, you just need a ruler and a knife. A little bit of glue, not even a lot of glue. Glue, scissors, and a scoreboard would be fantastic for the tiny bit of measuring that we're doing. Yeah, I have my corner rounder out because, oh my gosh, missed your corner rounder. I'm going to do a little bit of inking. I'm going to use a little bit of hardware. Now for decorating, I'm not going to do a lot of decorating, but I have some labels out that I've made that I think I'm going to use in this project. But you can also use some of the labels that are in the kit if you want to. But I just want to use this. Or maybe even something else, yeah? Okay. It's really hard for me to explain how this works. So I'm just going to make it. And while I'm making it, I'm explaining it. Hopefully. And it's an adventure. It's an experiment. But I think it's going to work. We're going to start with... we're going to make sort of a spine. We're going to make a spine from the cardstock/scrapbook paper. So we're going to start with the spine, which is the most exciting part and the new part. Okay, I'm going to try to explain. I'm going to need a piece of a flappy here that is going to be glued to the front cover. And then I'm going to have a piece here that's going to be glued to the back cover. So front cover, glued, back cover, glued. Yes? Then you have this whole part in the middle. And the part in the middle is going to be an accordion fold, if you will. Now you can make this in different sizes if you want to. I'm going to do sort of a standard type of size. I will lose a little bit of the 12 inches, but that's quite all right. I am going to start with a flap that is 1.5 inches. So I'm going to score at 1.5 inches. This one will be glued to on the inside of the front cover. You could do the outside if you want to. I'm going to do the inside of the front cover. Yes? Then I need to make accordion folds. Now you can probably make this 3/4 sizes, 1/2 inches. I'm going to do them full inches. So I'm going to put this at 2 because that works better for me. Yes, full number. I'm going to score at 3 and 4. This, if we fold this, it will become a sort of a mountain. Yes? And we need a couple of mountains. So 5 and 6 is another mountain. 7 and 8, and then I'm going to do 9 and 10. Now we have 2 inches left here. I'll probably you can cut off the last 1/2 inch if you want to. Also, you will not notice it, so you can also leave it. Yes? So we have 1.5 inch, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2 at the end. Now, let's do a little bit of folding. Hopefully, I folded it nicely. Now, this is double-sided scrapbook paper. This is the part that you'll see. This part, the other side, you won't see. Well, or hardly see. Hardly see. See, we're making mountains. Like this. Just lovely mountains. I'm doing it by hand, but please, love, score it well. Score it well. There, 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 and there. See, this part is, well, way longer than this part. So I'm going to cut a piece off. This was just 1.5 inch, and this is, 2.5 inch. So I'm going to cut off 1 inch here. Why not do this just straight away? It's just aesthetics, love. I was thinking it was just 2 inches, but we moved it up, of course. There we go. Ta-da. So, flap, back cover, flap, front cover. Loads of mountains in between. Yeah? Okay, perfect. Now, I am going to concentrate on the covers or the pages? The pages. Let's do the pages first. So loves, change the plans. I'm going to do the cover first because I want to decide the size of the journal first before I do the pages, right? Might be smart, might be smart. I'm using this as a cover. Could also use this, but I'm using this one. Now, it has white borders all around. I'm going to utilize them. Yeah, here's what I'm doing. I'm just going to fold my page in half. There you go. That's my printer. Because I did not print this one out yet. Well, again. And then I'm just going to cut this in half. Knife. There we go. Okay, 2 equal sizes. Hopefully they're the same. Yep. Okay. I'm going to make scores all around them. Yes. About half an inch. I'm going to do half an inch. I will lose a little bit of the image, but that's quite all right. I am not going to bother myself with it. Half an inch here. Half an inch here. Yes. Which will make this 8 1/4. Could be. Yeah. Same here. Also half an inch here. Fold this in. Yes, as it is now, it is 5 1/4. I could do half an inch here. But I think I want to do 1/4 inch. So that it is 5 inches. Doesn't really matter, loves. I'm just thinking out loud at the moment. 1/4 inch. There you go. That was all sorts of crooked. Honestly, guys. All sorts of crooked. That's better. Okay. So we have a border all around. I'm taking out scissors. Yes. And I'm just mitering here the corners because this is going to be folded over. On a piece of the backing of the paper pad I had. That I've almost used up now. It's a miracle you used up a paper pad. It was a cheap one, guys. It was from Action. It's lovely though. Lovely one though. Yeah, I really liked it. Yes. So I need a piece of the backing. Yes, that is 8. Not 8, love. That is 7 1/4 by hopefully 5. By 5. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut a piece of the backing. 2 of them, because I'm also going to do the same with this one. Cut my 2 pieces and made them the tiniest bit smaller, just in case. Just in case. Yes. Does it fit? It fits. It fits. Perfect. So take out glue. Don't even need. I'm just gonna do the glue stick. Glue stick. Yes. Is there any glue left in here? Oh my goodness. Glue. Yes. Do you remember glue? Been a while. Okay. Now, if you are confused or completely want to skip this part, just, you know, take a lovely piece of scrapbook paper and use this as your cover. But you will need 2. Actually don't, but I would use 2. I am going to use Art for this. Art, where are you? Where are you, my love? He's going to protest. Yes, because he has not been used in almost 2 weeks. There you go. Look at that. Well, he's eager. He's like, ooh. If I keep bothering her, she will not use me ever again. So let's just, you know, let's just do my job better. I just want lovely edges. you don't need lovely edges. If you're like, oh, I'm okay with the non-lovely edges, you don't need to fold over. Just put a lovely piece of paper on it. I just enjoy. I want to be a little bit of a professional. Yes. Hello? Did I not mention you were glue? Yes, not toothpaste or anything. Glue. And also you're supposed to glue right away. And I'm going to do the same, guys, with the other one. Now, not lovely, I know, but do not stick on a piece of paper yet, because we're going to have something in between. Well, you're going to have something in between. Do you remember the accordion fold thingy that we made? This one? Yes. So this is going to be glued there. And then we're going to glue something on top of it. Yes, same with the other side. And this is the spine. So here's my cover, front cover. Yes, need something on the inside and back cover. Lovely, lovely. Now, these are the pages that I've already printed out, double-sided. But if I put the cover on it now, I could trim them, but I don't want to. So here's what I did, lovies. I can actually print them smaller. See, there's a setting in Windows, a print setting that says print them a little bit smaller. So these are in centimeters. I don't know inches, loves. I'm Dutch. We do everything in centimeters. 20 by 25 centimeters. So as you can tell, see, it's a little bit smaller, and then that is the perfect size. If you don't know how this works, just cut them down or make this bigger. So I have chosen 2 pages from the normal kit and then 2 from the freebie. Printed them double-sided, already cut them out, rounded corners. I need to do a little bit of inking here, or I might do something else. Cut it out or something, yeah? So basically what I'm going to do, it's easy, right? I'm just going to cut it. I need a ruler and a knife. Just cut them out. And I believe they are almost the exact same size that I want now. If not, we can trim them a little bit more. That's quite alright. Because this is 5 by 7 1/4. I have not even measured how big this is. Hopefully it'll work within the 5 and 7 1/4. Now I'm going to fold the pages double, so you have double pages. Actually, my journal is going to have 4 double pages, so 8 pages in total. Yes, this is it. I'm going to fold it in. Woo! Did not print how I wanted it to. That's quite alright. I'm just going to trim this off. This I'm going to ink. Folding it in half. There we go. Yes, let's have a look. Perfect, 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 perfect. Now, I know that the pages from the freebie are different size. But they don't need to be all the same size. Let's see. Well, they're almost the same size. But that's quite alright, love. They don't need to be exactly the same. We never do this in junk journals. They can, as long as they fit in the journal, it's fine. So I'm going to do this with this one as well. Cut it all out, fold it in. There they are, all 4 of them. I used my corner rounder just on the inside as well. Yeah, did a little bit of inking if it was necessary. Maybe a little bit more over here. Yes, different sizes, but they all fit in. I just prefer it because if it's all the same, it's more scrapbooking, and I want to do more sort of junk journaling. Now, remember this small piece that we cut off? Yes, I'm going to use it as a template because, and here's the trick, guys. Remember these? Yes, these are sort of the mountains. Yeah. And I want to make an incision in the pages and then put it over the mountains. Why? You're gonna see. So what we need is actually an opening in the page. So I'm using this as a template. Now I really want to do sort of the middle. You can do exact measuring. I'm not going to do exact measuring. I'm just going to put it on, leave a little bit on the top and the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to take out a marker. I'm going to mark it here. And I'm going to mark it here. Yeah. Same with all of them. Sort of gauge the middle. Or do some exact measuring. That'd be maybe better. Because we do not want stuff to stick out on the top or the bottom. But there's a little bit of wiggle room, so I'm guessing we'll manage. There we go. Here. Here. And the last one. Here and here. Now, I am taking out my crocodile or something else that punches a small hole. My crocodile, the smallest setting. Yes, or something else that punches a small hole. You could even get away with just a pokey tool, I guess. I just want not a full circle, just a quarter circle. Yes, I'm going to have the line in the center. I'm going to make a small incision. See, the line is in the center. Just a small sort of half circle or even quarter circle. A little bit bigger. Believe me, if it is a little bit bigger outside of the lines, not smaller, smaller, bad. Bigger, good. Where's the small little dot that I made? There and there. Gonna do all of them, but here's what we're doing. Yes, small little notch here, taking out a ruler and a knife. Yes, and I'm taking out a sliver, just a tiny bit, not a lot, guys, just a sliver between the two holes that we made. Just between the two holes. Do not go all across from top to bottom, otherwise you have 2 pieces of paper. Yes, sliver. That's what they call sliver. Then when we open it up, there's this. Can you see? Yeah. Now, here's the trick. Thing. And then you put this here on the inside. Now, if you make this too small, you'll have a problem. So please make it a little bit bigger. That's quite all right. Yes. Now, there's another thing that we're going to do. We're going to make strips of paper. And the strips of paper are going to be in the mountains. We're going to put it through the mountains. And that will sort of make it a hinge. And then you have the pages. I'm going to show you. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to cut all the strippies, all the sort of slivers out. Yeah. And then I'm going to make one strip, put it in, and then you'll see the magic happen. So all my pages have this on the inside. Yes. I inked a little bit all the valleys in the mountain. Now, make a decision. Do you want this on the inside or this on the inside? Now, the inside will show up. The outside will barely show up. So, of course, I'm going to put the green on the inside because that's just an amazing color with this, right? Okay. Now, here's where my experiment starts because I have not seen this process. I'm just guessing how this works. I have my front cover, my back cover. Yes. I have my zigzaggy thingy. This needs to be glued here in the center. And most likely all the way to the edge, or even maybe have it stick out the tiniest bit. Or have it a little bit more. I think either or. You could have it a little bit more on the inside or the outside. I'm just going to put it on the edge. On the edge. Yes, if this is directional, also make sure it's in the right direction. Is this directional? No, it's dragonflies flying up and down. And there we go. I am going to do this with art glitter glue. Is that smart? Because you need to move it about. Yeah, sure. Also, this art glitter glue is old. It's not gluing that fast anymore. I do have a new bottle, but it's expensive stuff and I really want to use it all up. If at all possible. There you go. Now, make sure it's sort of the middle. 7.5, so 4. Eyeballing it. But it needs to be the center, love. Otherwise, your pages that we made will stick out on the top and the bottom. They might. Am I still in frame? Yeah. I'm just going to put it almost to the edge. Yes. There's one. Yeah. And then here is the other one. Now, this needs to be at the exact same spot. So that's going to be maybe a little bit more difficult. I don't know. Let's find out. I have no clue. Glue down. Move it up a little bit so all the people can see. There we go. Not crooked. Straight. Oops. Now I have glue all over my fingers. On the edge here. On the edge here. Are these straight? Hopefully they are. There might be a better way to do this. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. That is all sorts of crooked. Smart thing to do is just measure this, mark it here, where you're going to put it. But I think I did it right. See? There's your binding. But it's like this now and this. And yes, I know. But we're going to fix it. He's going to fix it. But this is going to be like sort of an open spine binding stuff thingy. Right? Yeah, it's cool. Okay. Now, we are going to put the pages in. But I need something to put in the mountains. And here is where you can go do whatever. Yes? The lady that I watched the video just put in cardstock, normal cardstock, not anything fancy. But I want to do something fancy, of course, because I think there's the creative part in this. So I'm going to think about it for a second. We need to make strips to go in, but I want to decorate the strips. We need strips, yes, because this is going to be a page. Put over it. Put the mountains through the slot that we made. There you go. And then we need a strip of paper in here. Now, guys, this was an inch. You can make it an inch wide, but then it would be very difficult to put it in and out. So I'm going to make it the tiniest bit smaller, like 3/4 of an inch. And I'm also going to make it, longer than this, because we need to put it in and pull it out. Yeah? You can go any route that you want. You can use a scrapbook paper. You can use something completely different. Here's what I was thinking. Because I printed these out. It needs to be double-sided, guys, because you can see it on... Does it need to be double-sided? Yes, it needs to be double-sided. Because I printed these out, right? Double-sided. So why not? I'm going to use the spine. Yeah, I'm going to use the spine. So, need a ruler. And it needs to be a little bit over 3/4 of an inch. First, I'm going to cut this. Yes. I'm taking out my chomper. So an inch is the width of the mountain. Yeah? Make it smaller. Honestly, guys, you'll be happy for it. So I'm going to make it almost 3/4 of an inch. Like a little bit more. Take this off. Yeah? And then the height. Now, the pages are different heights. You can make them the height of the page. Or, do a little bit different. There's no 6 on here. Well, this is 5. This is 5.5. So this is about 6. And I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do this. Doesn't really matter. As long as it's bigger than 4. Yes, because we're going to put it in the mountain. That is 4. Now, I am going to round corners because also easier to put it in then. So I'm going to round all the corners. It is double-sided, guys. And then I'm going to do a little bit of inking. And you can get really creative with this. In my opinion. Also, you can get creative with the mountains itself. I am also going to do something with the mountains. Is this already a long video? Most likely. Most likely. But I'm enjoying myself. And that's all that matters. There you go. Also on the other side. So a little bit of inking. Now, before I do any decorating, I really want to find out if the size, you might have done this before you did all the inking, if the size is okay. Yeah? Okay, let's take out a page. Let's do this one. Put the page over a mountain. Just press the mountain. Yes, put it over it. There you go. Then you have this, and it should fit in here. Now, it needs to be a little bit sturdier paper. I love this was printed on 200 grams, so it's quite all right. You put it in. There you go. Your page is not falling out, and I absolutely love this. I was thinking, actually, but the size is off, to put like a big label on the top, but I think I might be able to put a big label or tab on it so that you can also easily take it out. I think tabs are too big, or something else, but we're gonna change it up. I have a couple of labels out. These are pre-made labels, loves. Oh, this looks fantastic. Will it fit? It will. I'm just gonna put it on the top. And you can do something different as well. Does it have a lovely, oh yes, has a lovely backside as well. So I'm just going to glue it on there, and I might even put in an eyelet, most likely. Because why not? There we go, a little bit higher, love, a little bit higher. Now I made this 4, but you can make it 3. Yeah, easily. And then we slide it in like so. Oh my goodness, let it glue, love. Yeah? Do you want to put in an eyelet? Just there? Because why not? We can. Is it on the, it's on the smaller setting. Do I have smaller eyelets? I don't know. Do I have some smallies? I have some smallies. No, those are bigger. Why? Why? Oh, love, they're just bigger. That's just what they are. The black one, why not? Need to change this. And this is purely decorative, love. This has nothing to do with the structure or, you know, of what we're doing. This is just purely where I get creative. And absolutely loving it. There we go. Isn't it cool? Here's what I'm doing, love. Well, here's what I've done. Here's ones I made earlier. So I made 3 more. One a little bit bigger, one a little bit smaller and such. I'm going to put all the pages in. And I have another idea for this on the top. So I made 4. I have this one. And I just put an eyelet on the top. And then you might be able to add something. Can we just put this in here? Just make a lovely topper. There's not enough room for me to actually tie a knot, so I'm going to take out another piece of something. Not that heavy, probably something like this. Do we have a beginning? We do. A piece. Just gonna make. This is like the smallest tall tag, but it will hold the page in place. And there are so many options. I mean, do all sort of constructions on it if you want to. Think that, and you can also leave it just as is, of course. But I wanted to show you some options. Come on. There you go. Yes, and then you slide it in. And you have a lovely topper. It will stick out. So we have a tab made out of a label. And then we have this. Also cool. And over here, I just add, you could add something. I'm going to keep it as is. And then in the last one, I did a label on the bottom. Because why not? Yeah? And so they're all in now. And they're stuck. Yeah, so it's no longer a real accordion. They're just stuck. This is the binding. It's fantastic. Now, couple more things. Because I want to cover this up. So I made 2 pieces. Just cut them out. 2 sides, a little bit smaller, rounded corners, inked all around them. Now you can glue them on. But I was thinking, do closure. So I have this lovely ribbon in these beautiful colors. And I'm just going to glue it on. I'm just going to glue this here. Yeah, in the center. Underneath the paper that we're going to use. Middle. That'll be lovely. There you go. Oops. It's a little bit more glue here. Yes. And then you glue this one on. Yeah, this was a double-sided. Too bad. Glue stick. I think glue stick will do. Inked around it a little bit, rounded the corners. It's a tiny bit smaller, loves, than the... Woo! Glue stick also mad at me. Where were you? We were here waiting. Oh my goodness, that's just awful. Oh, it's done. It's the last piece of glue, apparently. Ugh. Oh, you know how much I dislike this. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to need a glue spreader. Careful, love. Lots of glue. Oh my gosh. Sticky fingers now. Do not really enjoy the sticky fingers. There we go. Make sure that it fits, love. Everywhere. Made this to size. Oh, look at that. The inside. I'm going to do the outside as well with different glue. Not this one. Yeah. Okay. And then the other thing is, look at that. Hinchy thingy. Make use of it. How? Well, here's what I've done. I just cut out a couple of these. Lovely ones. You're going to use this one. Maybe this. First one is the best, love. I am going to put in an eyelet. Because, you know, or not, just punch hole. I'm just punching a hole. I'm just going to put it on. Yes, lovely on the back as well. But this is the simplest thing that I'm doing. You can also make a flip fold out thing. Go ahead. Do whatever. The only thing you cannot do is... can we still, if we remove this... Ooh, yes. Don't make it longer than this is. No longer. Because otherwise you cannot remove the page. Yeah? You can make it as big as this, but not longer. If you make it longer, it will be permanently stuck. So keep that in mind. I'm just trying to figure stuff out myself, loves. And I think it's absolutely awesome. See this? Yes, you can make it, even make it into a pocket. You have another one. I'm gonna put this one on. You can put down envelopes. Other pockets. If I had more time, I'd go all out on this. Lovely clusters. We have another one here. Do this one. Oh, is that longer? No, it's not longer. Mind you, do not do it longer. You can also do it on the other side, love. Yes, because you flip it over. See, there's lots of stuff here as well. And then... Are you going to do this? Oh, I'm going to do this. You don't need to... But just like so. Because why not? Why not? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Let me do the back cover as well. I'm going to put... I have another strippy, right? Somewhere. And then glue this over it. And then I think it's done. There she is. She be cute. She be all sorts of cute, right? Yes, look at the binding. It's just cool. Now, guys, I have no clue what this binding is called. It probably has a name. I am going to call it the binding from Argentina, because the lady that I saw do this is from Argentina. I have no clue, guys. But I really like the idea. Now, I have not figured out what to do if you want more mountains, because then you'll need a bigger piece of paper. I don't know. I might look into it, but it's just fantastic. Look, front cover. I did not do a lot of embellishing, guys, but there's so much in the kit. You can do all sorts of embellishing if you want to, but I really like it. So you open up. See, those are we put this on the inside. Yeah, put it here underneath. You can make a pocket here or what have you, and then you have the pages. It's just it's 4 double pages, 8 pages, but because you have there you go, you have sort of the hinge here on the inside, you can add more stuff, right? As long as this is removable, yes, and this is removable. It doesn't need to. No, if you're like, I'm going to make it, I'm never going to take it apart again, you can just keep it as is. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. And then over the mountains. And then you put Strippy back in. Now, this is from the 200 grams. I would prefer like beautiful scrapbook paper, something heavier. I might come up even with something like, the wooden rulers. Small ones. Oh, that'll be fantastic. It will be a heavy journal then. Yeah? And then when you flip it over, you could do some stamping, some embellishing. Yes. Another 2 pages. And then with the hinchy thing on the inside again. And I could have made this into a small tuck spot or what have you. Do more decorating, do some journaling. Another double spread. See, they're not the same size, but that really doesn't matter. Aren't these images just lovely? Yeah. And then do another topper on it with something. Lots of writing. Yes, double spread. And then this last one. I really like the idea of the bottom one as well. Yeah, put it on the top, put it on the bottom. You don't need to. You could just keep it as is, of course. And there you go. Oh, that's the ledger again. That's cool. And you can switch the pages about if you want to, because you can take them out and put them back in and do whatever. You could also do lots of decorating on the spines themselves. Lots of stamping or what have you. Just don't put eyelets in, because then you cannot put this in anymore. Yeah, so keep that in mind. And then the back. Fantastic. That's it. I love the end result. It really turned out fantastic. Lovies. If you want to have a play, it's linked below. It's on my Kofi. It's Antique Entomology. It's just one size, A4 loft. Keep that in mind. Don't print borderless. I have the freebie and the big kit. Honestly, if you cannot afford a kit or you're not allowed to purchase on Kofi, I don't know why. Some people just can't. Get the freebie. There's 5 pages. Honestly, you can make this with the pages that are in the freebie. Yeah? Amazing. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun. I'm happy to be back at my crafty desk. I'll be back again this Thursday. What? Thursday? Yes. If you've missed the live video yesterday where I announced that the coming months I'm going to do 2 videos a week. Why? I am sorry, loves. You might know I have a very bad back and I need to do a lot of physical therapy a couple of times a week. So I can only film 2 videos a week. So for the summer months, I'm going to do 2. But I'm going to do 2. Could have done 1 or 0. So 2 lovely crafty videos. Sometimes maybe a bonus on a Sunday. Who knows? Who knows? But I'll be back again this Thursday for sure at my regular hour. I'm hoping to see you then. Until then, bye guys.